We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
The volume.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
It's Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's good, man?
What up, though?
Man, there is so much stuff going on, bruh. So much stuff. Yeah. So, first of all, I'm a little upset with you, bro.
What's going on?
Because I'm thinking like, now, Charles knows who my top people that I be looking for when it comes to albums and stuff like that. Why you ain't tell me JT dropped a project, bro?
I didn't tell you because I didn't know until right now that he had a project.
What?
No,
Okay.
no, listen.
That's
I
crazy.
saw
to me.
the video that he was in the studio with Timberlake doing all the other stuff. But I didn't hear a single from him. I didn't hear nothing.
No, he had a single with Toby, right? The Sanctified that he performed. He performed that on either Jimmy Fallon or Kimball or something. So I knew I heard him drop 2 singles, but I didn't know the album came out. Like, he did the Tiny Desk, and of course, when that stuff pops off, you kind of know that something is gonna pop off. But what I'm saying is, I ain't see nothing from the label saying he was dropping nothing. I got no like release dates, nothing like that. It wasn't until the DUI stuff came out that I found out he had an album.
That's a shame because maybe they was thinking like he was gonna do a Beyonce, where Beyonce just dropped. Boom, we here.
Yeah, but the problem is the reason why that can't work for him this time is because his last album, Man in the Woods, didn't do so well. You know what I'm saying? So for that, you gotta kind of backtrack because they were doing all of the normal build-up things. Beyonce don't drop a single or nothing and then drop. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that a lot of that also is because Beyonce drops more music more frequently anyway. Here recently, so I can see
recently, yeah,
she's more relevant still.
Well, look, we'll get into it, man, because we need to talk about the whole thing with JT, man. He got some stuff going on, but let's get this music popping off and we'll get into it.
Let's do it. Hey, listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash YouTube and Facebook pages. We are live on both platforms at the same time. Click on the notification, click on the bell. You get the heads up whenever you boys and Miss doing their thing. It's Kennedy. By the way, if you locked in last week, you heard that echo. Our apologies for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, so if you guys are looking for the playback for the last part, that's the reason why it's not up. There is still a live button. You can go and check it out. But if you were looking for the playback, that is why, because we had technical difficulties. But we live, we here, we doing it. So, yeah, JT. Bro, so after listening to the album, I think it's better than Usher's, bro.
Better than Usher?
Yeah. Now, mind you, let's keep it a buck. I don't think that was necessarily a very high bar. And I say that with respect because you know how I feel about Usher. But I will say I don't think the Usher had a replay value for me. Let me have you. How many times have you gone back and replayed it since you listened to it?
I've listened to the Usher three times.
The whole album 3 times?
The whole sound three times.
Okay, I have not, and I don't plan on go back to re-listen. We kind of talked about this on the pod before, where we said, are we putting Usher in that category where we just like, because of his greatness and what he's done, do we just bless everything that he does in the future? And my thing is, I am a Usher fan. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, like, I was like, why didn't they ain't even put Glue on the album, and that was a huge single.
So here, let me ask you this. I've been listening to radio, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you listen to Sirius or Satellite, whatever it is these days. But what is the current Usher song being pushed from the album?
The last one I heard from the new project was Good Good.
No, he had another one with
I know
Tim's,
he did.
I
Oh yeah, no. There was another one. There was I have to look at the track list. Let me look.
To your point, this is the problem. So the thing that I appreciate, not the problem. Here's what I mean about the Usher. I like the songwriting on the Usher. And so I listened to it purely for the songwriting. And I don't think that, I still maintain after listening to it 3 times. And the last time I listened to it was as recently as like last month. And I still maintain that there's not any hits, but they're great songs to listen to the songwriting. So I thought that, I still listen to it for that reason.
The production is good too. That's what I'm saying. It's when I don't want people to think that I think it's a bad album. I don't think it's a bad album. I just don't think it has the replay value for me, right? So the other song that he had was Ruin with Fields. That one was playing, and then they also had the one with him and her, but that was from the Color Purple soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, like, what song have they put out from there? And like I said, you don't even put Glue on here. And that was like a huge single.
Well, let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Okay, Justin Timberlake, who is someone from our era, like one of the stars of stars from our era, right? And Usher comes out with this album, and it's fairly lackluster. Like, what are they doing differently from Beyonce, though, right? Because it's Usher, right? It's Justin Timberlake. And I'm going to be honest, in the last 30 years, Chris Brown is the only other artist that I can even introduce into the conversation of that spectrum, as far as someone who I think is a super duper star. You might say The Weeknd, but I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're saying. You're talking about somebody that's culturally relevant and universally relevant.
Yes, but not just that. The singing, the dancing, the overall package. And so I think that Chris Brown's the only one. So I guess what one is that this is where I'm going. So in hip hop, one of the problems I think that I always have had with hip hop is this underlying tone that hip hop is a young man's game, right? Like you can still be as good as you ever were, but you're outside of the skill. You're not as hot, right? And it doesn't matter how dope your song is, right? So it feels like the Usher and Justin Timberlake is getting the hip hop treatment because they own the cats. They ain't putting out, they ain't getting that push like that.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, right? Usher, Beyonce, Justin Timberlake, they don't need that push because they have us, right? And so the problem, I don't think that the Justin Timberlake is a lackluster album at all. I just don't think nobody knew the project was coming. Like, I didn't even see him say that he was having a project coming. You see what I'm saying? Like, if, like, even his socials should have posted, hey, either it dropped or when it was going to drop. And I don't even remember seeing either. So my thing is,
I don't know if I follow Justin Timberlake.
I think I might on X. I don't know about Instagram.
Let me check Instagram.
Yeah, I gotta check. See, Cause that's going, and then I gotta see if he even had something up. Because like I said, I called, I am following him, and so
Okay.
all it says is on his pinned post is just talking about the world tour. The next post after that was June 6th, talking about the Lego movie. Still talking about the concert, about the world tour. I don't see nothing about the album dropping, bro.
I wouldn't have known. And you know what's funny? I'm actually following him. And
Yeah.
I'm looking down as far as, let me see something here. He got March. I just glanced at March. And I don't see anything from March until today that shows an album cover. And this, you might do it on that's fine. But this dude got 72 million followers on Instagram, though, bro.
But that's
And
what
I
I'm
just
saying.
don't know how you don't promote your album to 72 million people.
Because even like, so they're talking like Billboard posted that the single "Selfish" and "Angels" broke records. No Angels broke records, but there's no post about album drop, album out. I didn't know there was an album out until I was listening to the Breakfast Club talk about the DUI, and they said that poor album sales and depression was the reason for the spiral of things. I said, poor album sales. I'm like, the man in the woods. I said, I'm like, I know he got new music, and then I go to doggone title, bro. See, he had the album. That thing been jamming, bro. It's incredible. And what I thought
Listen,
was
so
dope,
here's what I'm wondering. Is it fair though to him that we are judging Justin Timberlake very much like how we judge Usher based off of the songs that we love the most? Like it's hard to top your last song that I love.
but he didn't have a very high bar to beat, because "Man in the Woods" was not that great to me. When I say not that great, it wasn't the album for me, because I know that was a very personal album. I know he worked close with Pharrell. They used different sounds. They did a bunch of different things. It was just a little too experimental for my taste. So this album feels more like what I listen to, because it's got the trap, it's got the R&B, it's got the pop, it's got that Justin Timberlake feel. Like when I hear this album, I can see the tour. Like I can see them performing these songs and getting that reaction, is what I'm saying. So all I'm saying, and like I said,
I guess what I'm just sitting here thinking though, bro, is that if I'm hearing Justin Timberlake, my standard for him is now Suit Tie. It's Sexy Back. Like those are that's to me the Justin Timberlake that I like. And I like the man. Listen, bro.
Here's the thing. I think you need to listen to "Sanctified," bro. It's got your boy on there. And yeah,
Try Jesus.
Well, yo, I've heard that song.
Okay. Yeah. That song go hard though. So like, to me, that the album has a current feel, but it has the adult writing. Like I said, he got all the elements on there that you would expect from Justin.
Yeah, he was. I'm not gonna lie. He was looking crazy. They showed him. You seen the video? I saw it pop up on TikTok of the boy Justin Timberlake at a concert, and they said, "Oh yeah, this dude just got out of fresh out of jail." And this the thing. They said he still looked drunk and high. Now I don't know what kind of spiraling out of control he did. If he's just drinking, that's one thing. In this climate of drugs, I don't want to see Justin Timberlake drunk and high on these drugs. These ain't the drugs from the 90s, bro.
Yeah. Well, he pulled your favorite move of all time too, and he got pulled over.
What did he say?
You don't know who I am?
See. Okay, so that's a good question. How old is the police officer? Because if it's a young officer, what sexy back? Okay, sexy back. I still would maintain. Sexy back is his biggest song.
See, that's where you and I are total, because my song is Mirrors. Mirrors is the big song. Like, if what closes your concert? So when we watched the Netflix concert, what closed it? Mirrors, right? Suit and Tie is up there. But like even like you said, Sexy Back, right? Yeah, that's a big record. Very big record. And probably introduced, but because what? He had Senorita, he had on the Justified album. What was the big hit on Justified?
Cry Me a River.
Was that on? I thought that was on Futuristic.
Nah, Cry Me a River was on the first one. That was the first.
Yeah, but Cry Me a River still. I don't think that was the biggest record on. Let me see you.
It was my favorite one. It was out of all the ones, my favorite.
Yeah, but to me,
here's my thing.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know Justin Timberlake. I can tell you. Somebody who's in their mid to early 20s probably don't know what he looks like, and don't. Because you think Sexy Back. If I'm saying, if according to my catalog, it's the biggest song he got. That was 2013, 2014, something like that. So you talk about over 10 years ago. So somebody who's 24 was 10.
Yeah, but that's not what the young folks know him for, though. Most people know him from Trolls, right? And so Trolls, he had the big record on Trolls, and the thing is while that is a cartoon, he performed it a lot, and it wasn't too long ago that he got he did the Super Bowl halftime show. Not only that, he did the MTV Music Award, I think the Music Awards or whatever, or Video Awards or something. But what was crazy about that show, me, Sarah, and the kids was watching it. And Justin's doing this thing, and we all just like jamming. And then NSYNC comes out, and they say, yo, who is them guys? And me and Sarah said, what? They was like, who is them? Like, I don't know why are they coming out and singing and stuff? And I was like, yo, that's NSYNC. That's the group he was in. They was like, nah, I don't know them cats.
You want to hear what's worse than that?
What's that?
I saw a TikTok video when I got the Justin Timberlake thing. And then pop up immediately. Somebody had a video of Chris Kirkpatrick performing in some random mall. It looks like there's about 40 people performing, right? And so somebody says, y'all think Justin Timberlake is doing bad. Chris Kirkpatrick is performing NSYNC cover songs with 4 random guys out here. So somebody said, random guys? Boy, that's Old Town. And y'all Old Town. And people our age, they were dead seriously like, yo, y'all don't know about that Old Town, bro. But that's goes to tell you. Like, okay, so here's what's funny. When we're talking about the people of our age, let me just see something quick. Let me see something. Land, I got a question. I have landed coming out.
All right.
Do you know who this is right quick? Okay, hold on, because I'm going to save the picture because I don't want you to see the name associated. All right, here we go. You ready? It's real quick. Okay. You know who this is? You don't know who that is, bro. If you saw this man and he was at the basketball court and he said, you don't know who I am?
Is that one dude from Harry Potter?
He said from Harry Potter.
Okay, hold on. Just out of curiosity. Let me ask you, you know who this is? I just want to be sure. All right, do you know who this guy is?
Yeah.
Who is it? Okay. Take the shrimp out too. Put some more while you're down here. Hey, man.
What's up? Hold on. I'm about to ask.
It might be right.
Huh?
Because listen, Landon said he thought it was a dude from Harry Potter.
From Harry Potter. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I just gotta see. All right. Charlie Mack. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Who?
It's Harry Potter.
No, that's Justin Timberlake, baby.
Wait.
From
They
this.
look the same.
Okay, well, all right. Thank you.
Who do my baby think that was?
She said Harry Potter, but because she heard
That's
us.
the same thing Landon said.
Yeah, but she heard us say that though. So she thought
She's
that was
supposed to
gonna be
correct that. She's supposed to be like, no, that's
Right.
Justin Timberlake. But
Yeah.
I said though, man, that's a big story thing. Charlie, Landon's going on 15. There's a whole he's been, he's been performing, but I mean he's been performing still for people of our age. So you think you still got a good 20 years on, this new generation. So I can totally see why. Nah, they don't know who him and Old Town is. Yeah, which is wild because I remember back in the day, though, man, the boy bands was like a standard. Boy band, pop bands was just as standard as all the R&B groups.
Yeah, because it was like 112, Jagged Edge, Boys to Men, like all of them. But then you had New Kids on the Block. You had 98 Degrees. You had Backstreet Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Old Town.
NSYNC, Old Town. You even had the Making the Band Boys. Day 26. You know what I'm saying? Like Subway. You know what I'm saying? The Boys. B2K.
Yeah.
IMX. You know what I'm
I used to
saying?
love Down My Heart, boy.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, man. Like it's funny though, man. But Justin Timberlake was out there. I'm not gonna lie, he was out there looking bad. If you tell me that you spiraling because the reception to your album, like, listen, if it's dope, come on, bro. That's not us.
But
here's
no. But that's the thing, though, bro. Because everybody in my circle who are Justin Timberlake fans, none of us knew that he had an album dropping, or none of us knew that an album had dropped. So that to me, like, I'm gonna ask that question on Facebook and be like, "Did y'all know that Justin Timberlake had an album?" I want to know, because if the consensus is most people didn't know, I don't care how dope it is. If nobody know, nobody know.
You gonna be promoting this album more than he did.
Facts.
Now listen, bro. Let me switch topics on you real quick. Did you hear about the young homeboy Julio getting gunned down the other day?
No.
Oh my God! So listen. So you might not know who Julio is, but Julio is a young rapper. Couldn't be 24 years old. But a couple years back, he had this freestyle that was on that Spot 'em Got 'em. And he was basically talking about, hey, talking down about talking down on some dude who got killed. I mean, it was like reckless. And fool around though, man, and he did the video. He had on his grave site. Peed on the grave site in the video. I mean, he was wild disrespectful. They fooled around. He ended up getting shot. And he survived that though, man. So apparently, he out in Florida somewhere though, man, in the home. Has an Airbnb, doing his birthday party, turned 24 years old. And then I guess that's why he got two gigs. And they said, oh, well, let's go ahead and move this on over to a holiday inn. Apparently, though, man, young homies, some people got the word on it. This boy dies on his birthday, bro. 24 years old. Yeah. And if you hear the song that I'm talking about, that he's mostly famous for, when you hear what he said in the song, you would be like, bro, you was lucky to have lasted this long, though, after putting that out, bro. Crazy. Young boy, 24 years old, man.
Yeah, man, people, they think they're invincible, bro.
They would listen, bro. It is real out there, man.
Yeah. Dog, your boy Chris Breezy out here breaking up happy homes, bro, for these meet and greets.
I got a question.
What's up?
Okay. So Chris Brown charges $1,000 for a meet and greet. When he does his $1,000 meet and greet, He poses with you. You see all these videos where he's very cool. But then you also see a lot of pictures where he's grabbing a lot of these girls' cakes. He's picking girls up. He's doing whatever. Brother said, nah, bro, you can have I'm done. I'm breaking off my. I think he broke up with his girl or broke off the
No,
whole
no, no,
engagement.
no. He was engaged to her. That boy turned his life over to God after that.
Said, I'm gone. I'm gone. Here's my question. Knowing now he's been doing this for a couple of years, if your girl says, I want to do $1,000 meet and greet, how much are you saying? Nah, that just comes with the meet and greet. I'm gonna let you. How far can you let her go?
So funny that you asked this question because me and Sarah had this conversation. Sarah is a Chris Brown fan.
Okay.
Right? If I paid $1,000 for her to have the meet and greet, I want her to have the experience, right? It would be like if we went to the Usher concert, the Vegas residency, and Usher pulled her on the stage. I want her to get the full experience. Why? Because I'm the one that's going home with her. Like, that's her experience. Like, if I'm paying $1,000, I want a picture, I want a hug, I want the whole kit and caboodle. So if I'm paying $1,000 on top of the pictures, then nah, go ahead, have fun, do your thing. But it's a meet and greet. It ain't a smash and meet. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. It seems a little insecure to me.
So I think I agree. Now here's the thing about it. So the part that I feel like I would be borderline disrespect, and it wouldn't be toward Chris, it would be toward her. Because there's the point where he is grabbing these cakes out here. And that's something as a fan you have to ask for, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I can't be mad at him about that. I can't be mad. That's where if you taking a picture and you sitting on this lap, I'm not even that mad at that. If you hugged up to where somebody would think y'all are a couple, not even that mad at that because, hey, in your lifetime, you think about that. If people look at him like he's the Michael Jackson of this era, which I don't, but if he's the premier entertainer and a once in a lifetime chance if this dude is going to be in your city and you have the opportunity to reach out and touch, I'm not going to overreact to that scenario. But at the same time, I'm not going to be mad at him. I do have some words with her if she goes over the top.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but like I said, it's to me it's a little like it's a prisoner of the moment. It's a moment. It's like you paying for that. Like you paying for that experience. Yeah.
I get it. I mean, you're basically he's going to do, and I can commend him on this because as a fan, if you have a super fan like that, there are I can give him. People say $1,000 is a whole lot, but think about that though, right? How many people wouldn't pay $1,000 to take a picture with Michael Jackson back in his prime when he's out here making people faint without saying a word? People, I'm sure that there's not a dollar amount that people would not pay if they had to do that with Michael Jackson.
Man, listen, people are allowed to spend their money on what they want to spend it on, right? So it has to be a price point that's high enough that you're not gonna have everybody in the city there, but also low enough to where it is people are gonna, if you, especially because when you typically know about these concerts in advance, you know what I'm saying? So you done saved up, you've been doing your thing, so.
Somebody said that this thing, I wanted to circle back. Because somebody tried to say Chris Brown is the Michael Jackson of this era. And I think that that's so disrespectful to Mike. Because when you say that, it makes me think you don't realize how big Mike was.
I don't think that it's disrespect to that. This is the thing. we do it with all phases and aspects of life, right? We're constantly judging these basketball players and trying to find out who's the next Jordan, right?
Facts.
So the thing is to say he is the Michael Jackson of his time, just saying this is the biggest artist that we have, from performance to the amount of music to amount of creativity and the just the wherewithal of type of artist that he is. We don't have that generational type talent like Chris Brown right now, because Usher right now is like the OG, right?
Mm-hmm.
And while Usher can still do stuff and he's still very capable, we saw the performances. I mean, we just saw the Super Bowl, but at the same time, Chris is doing this stuff at a high level in his prime, right? Whereas we are just blessed to still have Usher doing his thing.
So this is what I'm wondering. I don't think that I got two-part question for you.
Okay.
I just think that to say that no, Chris Brown is the premier artist of today for a male perspective. I get that. If you give him that, that's cool. I think that with Mike, in his prime, you didn't have to distinguish male versus female, right? But here's what I'm wondering, because I think today the only equivalent to Mike would be Beyonce, right?
See, but that's the thing, though.
Let's faint over Beyonce.
You said what?
I would faint.
I understand that, but just like you're talking about her performance, that's how people feel about Chris's performances.
But here's what I'm going with that. Let me ask you this though. So, with that being said, are we taking for granted Chris Brown's prime?
I don't think we are, because no, I don't think we are. Here's the thing. I just don't think that the people that show up for his concerts translates to the people that listens to his music, because his concerts be packed. And we talking about his meet and greets right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but it's not just his meet and greets. I mean, there's another Chris Brown story that's floating around that we ain't talking about on this podcast, because the way that man was dangling from that wire, so there's a bunch of
Listen, I saw a video on TikTok of a dude that was at a swing set.
Yeah.
And the swing set was wrapped all the way up. And of course, they got the audio. I fell out laughing when he had a dude come out of the screen and put a chair out there for the fell out laughing, bro.
Yeah. So no, all I'm saying is I don't think we're taking it for granted. I think the people that are showing up for him, bro, like they showing up in droves still, and that was even the thing, because he, we just had a recent story where Chris was talking about yet another NBA or somebody blackballing him from doing something, and he was like, this don't look like I'm blackballed right here. You know what I'm saying? When he was actually just on the R&B Money podcast talking about a show he did in London or overseas, and how people was waiting outside 2 hours before the concert. Like, nah, we ain't taking Chris for granted, bro. It's just that, corporately people are still, I'm telling you, in light of the whole Diddy stuff, it just makes you go back to the Chris thing, and then it's like all over again. And it's like we said, it's almost over 20 years ago that the whole Chris Brown thing happened.
See, I wonder if we're not appreciating Chris Brown's prime as a whole, because he has that dark cloud of his past still trailing him, right?
That's the thing, though, right? I just don't listen. There is just as many people that ride for Chris that don't like Chris because of the Rihanna thing, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is that it's always typically the negative comments that you're gonna hear the most. But he has entirely too much love, man. And there are people that have forgiven him because Rihanna has forgiven him. She's moved on, and that's always the barometer you and I talk about. Is like, how does that person, the one who was actually affected, feel? If they're good, I'm good. And so, like I said, that man was 19 years old. He's 30-something. He got kids of his own. Like nah. I'm like, it's done. So
yeah.
And like I said, his concerts are showing, his meet and greets are showing. People have forgiven him, just like people forgave Will for slapping Chris Rock. They showing up to go see
I got,
Bad Boys.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
You brought up concerts. Kendrick Lamar Juneteenth concert.
Oh my gosh, bro. I don't know. So here's the thing. I'm gonna say this so I can get it out the way. This concert wasn't about Drake, but it had the undertones, of course, because of the songs performed. I'm just saying this was just a great concert, though. A great concert. Like, I think the things that make it great, obviously, is the perspective of having every single gang represented with no issues, no fights, no egos. People had their spots. They were there. People came out on stage together. Uh, just the people that he brought out, the people that Mustard brought out, the people that DJ Head brought out, like, you know what I'm saying, the Crumpin dude. So, you know, it was crazy. It was, man, I couldn't believe my of course my favorite thing as a performer is the fact that he performed with not rapping over his track. That was crazy. And how you perform a song 5 times and people are singing every word.
Every single word. Yo, I think that this is the thing I think is crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and say, without being a prisoner of the moment, it has to be a top 5. And when I say top 5, this might be maybe top 3 of the 5 rap concerts moments that I've ever seen. Number 1 for me was DMX performing in Africa, where you look out in this video and you just see a crowd for as far as your eyes can see, right? The other one is, oddly enough, the other one is probably Lil Yachty performance. There's a walkout of him doing his song, and it is epic. Kendrick might be right there. If not, it's right below when I saw recently Chief Keef come back to Chicago to perform. That was amazing. This one probably is like 4. And I'm pretty sure there's somebody, you know, that can put some summer jams up there from Jay-Z, especially around the 2002. It's up there. And here's the thing I think that's crazy to me, though, right? So why isn't nobody? So say for everybody's jumping on this with Kendrick. Nobody's jumping out there to co-sign with Drake. Like, nobody's riding with them on this. And I know that he got the whole entire California out there, right? And maybe it's different from you saying, "Oh, I got the whole Toronto out here with me," but nobody's like jumping out there out the window to be out there riding with Drake like that, bro.
No, I've heard people, but it's more like hate for Kendrick. Like, you know, you hear people talking about, see, the biggest songs is because the ones that's about Drake. Like, Drake still helped him do this. And I'm just thinking, like, bro, you got beat at your own game. He dropped a nuke that was a bop. That was what you were supposed to do, and it didn't happen. And here's my thing. I don't, like, it was a great, the beef was great for hip-hop. It was great entertainment. It was a good news cycle. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt outside of the extremists from both sides. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, it was music. But I'm just saying it is crazy that these, because we talked about it, right? Battle songs or the beef songs or whatever, the diss tracks don't really get the replay value. It's more so it's for that moment, we move on. But these, like, Not Like Us is going to live for the summer. It's about
Not
to
Like
come.
Us is about it's
Football season. These bands is about to be playing it.
forever. Forever. It's a forever song. And here's the thing I think. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of 50 Cent in the club. And when I say that, I mean that from the minute you heard it, the beat was so everyday, easy to rock with, and it was hot. The flow, you understood. You people know the 50 Cent, the in the club. You listen to it 2 times, and all it takes you know the whole song. There's very few rap songs, new rap songs that have came out recently that I know every word to. I think I know every single word to this song. I thought it's crazy. I think that it's wild though, man. That Drake, no one's coming to his defense or help like I thought. Like I thought it was going to be like a civil war, and it's just like nobody is. And I wonder if Kendrick is really just saying stuff that a lot of people within the industry has felt for a long time. He just had the platform and the pen to say it, bro.
I don't know that it's that, because here's the thing. We can poke holes in both of their stories that they rapped about. I just think that Kendrick was a big enough voice to stand the bullet shots that Drake could throw, right? And my thing is that most people just wanted this side of Kendrick. We need you to be outside more. Like, we need more music. You've even said that, right?
Yeah.
So now that you got that, it's like you're embracing it, and then to do, because the crazy part is he's been trying to do something like this for a minute, as far as bring California together type deal. So it was great for hip hop, but it was also great for LA. You know what I'm saying?
Just now shoot the video for it, by the way.
Yeah. And then of course, the haters is tripping on him for that because he hired security and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
And listen, I can't tell who's having a better year. Who's winning 2024 better? Kendrick or the Hawk 2 girl?
Well, unfortunately, the Hawk 2 girl is not having a good 2024. Like, yes, she went viral, but her life spiraled since then. So, come to find out, she is the daughter of a pastor at the city they're from. And, of course, we wanted her to be out spreading the word and not bringing this type of, not bringing this type of attention to our family. Then she was a school teacher. She got fired.
She was a bartender.
No. According to, unless there's some fake news out there, they were saying that she was a school teacher, and they ended up having to let her go because of all the attention that she was getting. Because I don't know, a bartender don't seem like that would match with her.
She's out and about on the scene, and she's a young girl. To me, I would think it's more believable that she's a bartender. Not
with her affiliation with the church like that. I don't think she's a bartender, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe. But I'm saying.
But no.
Like, bro, listen, to call it the Hawk 2.
But you know TikTok was on it because, of course, they said Missy said it before her.
Hawk 2 in your mouth, yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, the boy Iron Sheik.
I saw somebody did a Marvel Comics poster of her that was Hawk 2, and she had the wings on like she was Archangel, bro. I said, oh my God.
Yeah. She
needs to
just
capitalize on it, bro. Yeah, she gotta go ahead and capitalize on it, bro.
Yeah. That Hawk 2, bro.
Hawk 2, man. Number one. See, if anybody didn't win in 2024, it's between Hawk 2, Cat Williams, and
Shannon Sharp was winning, bro.
Shannon Sharp is definitely winning heavily in 2024. And this is just halfway through the year. So I'm just like, I don't know. There's still some time.
There's some time.
But golly, they out.
Yeah, we ain't even got to the summer yet, bro.
No.
Oh, real quick. Did you see? So finally, obviously, what's my boy name? Used to play for the Cavaliers. Was married to the dancer singer girl. She was signed to Good Money. I mean, she was signed to oh my God, Tiana Taylor.
Iman Shumpert.
Yeah. They finalized their divorce, and she got the bulk of the stuff, bro.
I didn't know that they finalized.
Yeah, it got finalized. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like he got
I
to
think
pay.
that they got. Listen, how much you got to pay?
I think it's either. I think it's 8,000 a month or 3,000 a month. Let me see.
It's not bad, bro.
That ain't all though. It's like it's the properties. It's let me see here. Okay.
I like them being together too, though, man. I thought that they would have been a great forever couple, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, so they had to break up a bunch of stuff like properties and stuff like that. Like she gets the some of the most of the businesses, and then he's got to pay a lump sum, like a big lump sum up front, and then he's got to pay like that. It's either 3,000 or 8,000 a month in child support. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, listen, bro. I think it's crazy because, like, he used to hoop, and he don't hoop no more. So I'm pretty sure you've been sitting on. I'm hoping you've been saving some of that NBA money because it's been a little while since you've been sitting on some of that regularly.
Well, I mean, because I know that Shy check ain't that big.
It's Shy.
The Shy, he's on the Shy.
Oh yeah. See, I don't watch the Shy.
I know, I figured. But speaking of shows,
Listen.
Go ahead.
But I was gonna say, Tiana Taylor, you haven't seen her video from her out there at the little Fashion Week?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Epic video that she got, man, of her interest or her performance or whatever out there. Epic, bro.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
We gotta get into that House of the Dragons.
Yes, sir.
So you called me, and this was before I saw the episode. You said that it wasn't. You thought it should have had more action based upon how the first episode ended. And once I watched it, I was like, I kind of disagree. I liked everything about it. What's your thoughts?
Okay. I didn't think about it. So this. Okay. I just thought that given what happened on the first episode, that immediately that you would have to go with an equal to the gore, right? Because on the first on Game of Thrones, within the first couple of episodes, heads was rolling. Now maybe this one, the heads was rolling also. I didn't think it was going to be rolling like this.
Yeah, because definitely heads was rolling. Because that boy was up there Harlem shaking when he was in the that boy was Bobblehead McGee up there, bro.
So I'm gonna be honest. When you explain it to me from it's strategy, it's game and everything like that, that's cool. But I don't know, bro. I think when you come off of that, I just thought that we could do the cooling heads prevailing on the next episode.
Right, but I don't know that it was cooler heads prevailing because the king was flipping out. The one who lost his son, he was flipping all the way out. Like he was ready to go to war. He was ready to do this, and they had to calm him down because they was like, bro, we gotta have strategy going into this because at the end of the day, we're trying to make sure that people see you as the rightful king on the Iron Throne. So to do that, we need to put it out that no, she came up in here and got revenge and did this, whoop. So we putting everybody against her because that's your rival of who's trying to get the crown. So I don't know. I just thought like the whole, because there was so many storylines going on within there at the same time.
This is the one that I'm looking forward to seeing because now he doesn't have an heir. So old boy with the patch, now he basically has some kind of new claim to the throne if something happens to the current king, right? Because he no longer has an heir. So I'm just kind of watching him because to me, I can see him making some back room play. So I'm curious.
Bro, Did you see how your boy dropped them dimes quick before when they just opened up the little torture stuff and he was like, "Hold
Oh
on."
yeah, he said I don't want none of that.
He said, "Hey, it was Damon Targaryen. We was around the corner. It was 5:30 in the afternoon, and we had a soda pop."
And I don't see what it would have mattered to him because the worst thing you have to think. If you get caught, you're gonna die.
And you
Either
got
way.
caught.
So what you're saying?
Yeah, but you got caught with this man's son head in your pocket, bro, in your bag. You had a
Yeah, so
backpack
you
with his
saying-
son head in there.
You saying you spare me or just don't make it hurt so bad? Like make it instant. Like nah. But I hate the king though. Listen, I already hate the king, the young bro. I kind of already don't like him. I don't like the boy with the pants either.
He ain't Joffrey though. So
He ain't Joffrey.
Yeah, so I can let him live right now because he ain't Joffrey, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
So we was watching it. I ain't gonna put her business out there like that. I ain't gonna put her out there like that. But yeah, finally, Damon and old girl got into it. Like his little plot finally came on out there, and she got to talk to his side piece. But the brothers killing each other though, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was the part that I thought was real dope. That made up for the action that I was expecting. I just didn't expect for the other brother to just kill himself, but I can respect that though.
Well, so he was the one that was there to assassinate her, and he felt bad because he was like, even when he walked in, he was doing what the king basically, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I have to do this."
Well, let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
how do you really know which brother died first if they're twins?
Because the one that was protecting her got cut on his leg.
Because what if he was like, I killed my brother. I ain't really want to kill you. I'm about to die. So what if she
That's
thought
what he did.
that was?
No. She thought it was her protector that died. The one that came to assassinate her killed the one that protect. He killed himself because, like I said, he really didn't want to do it no way. Like once they fought, he realized that I'm losing my brother over this, and so he couldn't live with it. So he didn't even try to kill her. He just killed himself.
Yeah.
That was yeah.
I thought the one that killed himself was her protector.
No, that wasn't him. She called his name, like trying to make, because even the dude was like, "Is that Eric?" Like, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
They're both named Eric. They're just spelled different. It's weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. No. The whole time, I thought that it was the protector that killed his brother, and he couldn't live with it, so he killed himself.
Yeah, that's it, man. But no, yeah, he ain't Joffrey level yet, so I'm still let him live. He's annoying, but he ain't did nothing like, because remember in the first season he was just getting drunk all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he got drunk this one time, the night that his. But what about Lord Christopher or whatever his name is, the dude smashing his mama?
Oh, listen, man. I'm not that mad at him because I kind of understand his
dilemma.
I guess I understand his path more.
Yeah, but this is why I say I don't like him, right? Because you are being put in between a rock and a hard place, because obviously you like smashing and you got a thing for her, but you know your job, you're supposed to be pure, this, that, and the other. But that would have been fine to just live with the guilt. But the fact that you tried to guilt somebody else and you know what you was doing, that's what I had the issue with. And you basically were sending that man to his death.
He knew that he was sending him to his death from the beginning.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I don't like him.
I can see there's a lot to not like about him, because if you didn't taken this vow of celibacy and you out here smashing the queen, basically, it's like I can see why you'll be like, oh, you're a whole hypocrite out here, though. And you say the only way you can write this is for you to go in there and kill her. It's just like, all right, yeah, bro.
Because that's really to save himself, because he know what he was doing. Because yeah. And it's like even Otto. I didn't like Otto in the first season. Otto was the granddad, the one who was the hand, right?
See, I'm not mad at that, but listen, I do like seeing the old heads get up out of there, though, man.
I mean, I do too, but what I'm saying is, in that moment, Otto was actually right in his approach on trying to make sure to strategically plan stuff. Because if you just rush, like he's already made dumb moves. Like we just give you your cattle back. And he was like, oh no, bro, you can't give him his back because then everybody gonna be wanting their stuff back. Like
I got it. But if he's also saying, listen, you was the hand of my daddy, and I'm basically saying I'm doing some new stuff in here, man. We can't. If you want to keep moving things forward and progression, you can't have these old heads still around doing stuff the old way. So get him up out of there. And I like the mix up that it brings. So man, it kind of reminds me of when the granddad came back to advise Joffrey. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
yeah, I don't know, like because the other dude put his bid in, right? He was like, listen, you should look to the dude that like feet, the feet fetish dude.
Yeah.
He was the one hey, you need to slide old dude up out the way and let your boy be the hand, cause I get things done.
Yeah, I just funny. I've been trying to get Neat to watch House, but I think that she just, I don't know. She thinks that you have to know about the old, and it still doesn't change the fact, though, man. So I might just even entertain going back and rewatching all the first season just so that she can get caught up on this, and I watch it with her, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know Sarah didn't remember a lot of stuff from season 1, so
Yeah.
yeah, like because there was even some stuff in the recap that probably just was like, okay, I don't even remember that. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, man, you getting excited about this NBA free agency?
I think that, to be honest with you, bro, there are three people who I'm really watching. I think I'm really watching to see what Paul George does. I want to see what the Hawks do with Trey Young and DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I couldn't believe we got Giddy out there as early as we did. You know what I'm saying? But come to find out, he asked for a trade, so that made me feel a little bit better. And Alex
I think
Caruso
that
is happy. So
I think that this is what I look at. So I think that if Paul George stays, then James Harden's going to stay. But if Paul George leaves, you got to blow up the whole Clippers to me, because I don't think that James Harden's going to stay. And then you got Kawhi Leonard out there by himself. So I don't think that they're no longer the Clippers. And so you think they get that new arena, it's going to be a tough sell. So that's why I think that Paul George, to me, because I think he can fit on a lot of teams, I think that he's the domino that I think that's the biggest play. But I think that the other part is that the Hawks have been like low key, been on this rebuild phase for years. And they brought DeJounte Murray on over from the Spurs, and I like him a lot. But I think that he fits well with a lot of teams. And so I like DeJounte Murray. If you were saying, let's get him on over to, let's say, Golden State. If you put DeJounte Murray on Golden State and you trade Andrew Wiggins, some draft picks, I think that the Warriors are right back where they left off from that team. I think as good, because DeJounte Murray plays that defense, though, bro. And so I think that, but then at the same time, they've always linked Trey Young to the Lakers and all these other spots. But I think that if you put Trey Young on the Lakers, I think they're significantly better, though, bro. So those are the three players that I think that they talk around who could be available, that I think makes an impact right away to the balance of powers in the NBA, bro.
yeah, I mean,
And BI, because they keep making it seem like BI will be traded.
yeah, because they don't
So
want to pay him.
again,
That Oklahoma series exposed him, bro.
BI, you think?
Absolutely. They already said they don't want to pay him.
He good, bro. He good.
No.
He got to get
He
paid.
is good. But I'm telling you what New Orleans said, though. New Orleans is saying they don't want to pay him because the thing is that he was supposed to be the guy and Dort would not let him do anything.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying. I think that that's true. But I think that the other thing to me is that him and Zion haven't played together enough because each of them had been hurt when the other one was out.
Yeah,
So
but
I think that it's still.
apparently them boys don't care about that though. Because what I'm saying, like I said, New Orleans said they not gonna pay him.
Who you gonna get? This is my thing. If you don't pick him up, if you don't pick up his contract, who are you gonna get immediately that pays off? You got to go and get somebody like Jeremy Grant.
Maybe to go get Kyle Kuzma, bro. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying that he is their answer. I'm just saying they gonna need somebody to jack them shots up.
Listen, man. I think that it's a downgrade, and I think that there's very few players that I think that gonna be available. That's gonna be as equal as Bi that can keep you where you are. And so to me, I don't know, man. You got to really be pulling something off, though, bro.
I mean, I hear you. I don't think it's the right move either. I think you definitely pay him. If you're a small market team and you have an opportunity to keep somebody.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. If you're a small market team, you're not like a free agent destination. So it's like once you do get somebody, you got to extend them. I thought that was the whole point of these max contracts and everything. So he already maxed out once. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What you got for a week, man?
So I gotta shoot Deuce's pictures for the 21st birthday for tomorrow. So we're gonna knock that out after the pod, and then Sarah got some appointments this week, and then that's about it, bro. Getting ready for the 4th. What about you?
I think I'm finally. Hold on a second. I think I finally have my 2 songs that I'm gonna release for the summer finalized. And so my goal is probably by the end of the week to have them uploaded and ready to go so that they'll be released in July, though, man. But they ready. I finally have the masters. And I'm very excited because I'm writing and I got to record. I got 3 other songs that I'm just like, boom, 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 boom. That I think are all ready to go with my theme, though, man. So yeah. Pretty high.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
But look, man.
Back in the lab recording.
We are the Slash Brothers from ATL to OKC. Thank y'all for joining us, and we will see y'all on the flip side.